For those who don't know, the city of Brookhaven really exists in real life. We have Brookhaven locations that exist in real life, and you can find them on the map. And today, I want to test all of this with you. So for that, I called my friend. He said, Brookhaven exists in real life? Yes, literally everything we have in the city was inspired by real life. We have stores that exist in real life, and I simply want to see all of this today. But guys, my friend is being recruited to play the Brookhaven Squid Games. The player said, come play Squid Games. Look, if my friend goes there, that's going to be the end of him. Now this player came in here, and apparently my friend is also going there, but he just got banned. I don't know what happened, but he was banned. This player left here, and now he's laughing at my friend. Guys, what happened back here was the weirdest thing ever. This friend of mine didn't even notice what happened, so much that he's looking over there, and he's really very confused. But this friend of mine teleported here, and he said, help me get revenge on him. Look, I can't do that right now, especially because I want to see what Brookhaven is like in real life. So for that, I'm coming here in my car. I have the most secret car of all. This friend of mine arrived right here, and apparently he's going to wait, especially because he's coming back here and sat in this chair. Guys, later I'm going to get revenge on this player for everything he did to my friend. But now I want to see the Brookhaven locations in real life. But for some reason there's a border here, and they won't let me pass. And there's also a police officer in this part. He said, only Sigmas pass here. Prove that you're a Sigma. So I just did this really different jump. I think that already proves enough. I just want to see if he's going to approve it. And apparently he approved. And now it's my friend's turn to prove that he's a Sigma. Now he started dancing like this, but I don't know if that's a real proof. The police officer is getting closer, and apparently he disapproved. Guys, only I can pass here. So he opened the gate, and my friend came in here, and now I left here. The police officer is looking at this, and apparently he got really mad. So much that he's coming in his car to basically chase us. We have to get out of here now to test all the Brookhaven locations that exist in real life. But guys, he's still following me. So I'm arriving right here, and now I'm leaving back here in a different way. But unfortunately, that didn't work. He's arriving right here, and he just flipped his car. So now I can finally get out of here. But for those who don't know, there are several Brookhaven locations that exist in real life. Now I'm coming back here, and I'm coming exactly to the church. This Brookhaven church exists in real life. I'm sure you've never seen this before. And now even my friend is arriving here. And guys, this church has many secrets. My friend is arriving here, and this is a church that few people visit, but I'm sitting right here. And if I arrive exactly at this river, we have this church, which is a very beautiful church. It's in a very beautiful place that also has very beautiful houses. But if I get here on the side, you can see that it looks a lot like the Brookhaven church. And for some reason, there's a ladder back here. And in Brookhaven, the church is like this, and it also has a ladder back here. Surprisingly, here it also has ladders, but there are some very important things missing. So me and my friend are going to have to build this to look like the real life church. Here on the side, for those who don't know, we have some chairs here. There are several tables and chairs, and there's also this giant fence that goes all the way back there. So we have to do exactly that. Here on the right, I'm going to grab this item, and now I'm going to grab this beautiful fence, and I'm going to start building it in a very beautiful way. I'm doing this in a different way because I want it to look beautiful. Perfect! I finished this. But my friend simply didn't do anything. But now he's coming back here, and apparently he's placing the tables and chairs. Look, this is really cool! He also placed this chair that simply doesn't exist in real life. But he still put it here, and it's actually looking really beautiful. It really looks a lot like the church we have in real life. Now it's simply looking very similar. But besides this church, there are other places that also exist in real life. But guys, there's a problem. The police officer arrived here, and for some reason, he's coming up here. So he just found out where we are, and we have to get out of here now. So much that I'm coming back here, and I'm going to have to escape from here in a really different way. We finally managed to get out of here successfully, and the police officer didn't even get close. But he's coming here exactly to the circus, and we have to hide here. Guys, he's hiding here, so I'm hiding too, but it's hard. And I'm sure the police officer won't notice this. You can see that now he finally left here, and he doesn't know where we are. But that friend of mine is watching, and he went back in there. But the police officer saw that, and now he's coming back here after us. We have to get out of here now, especially because this is our end. We have to find a place to hide. So I'm coming to the bookstore, and now I'm going to pretend that I'm reading a book right here. My friend also arrived here, and he's also reading a book, but the police officer is coming here after us. And I don't know if he noticed that we're in the bookstore, but I think that's really hard to happen. Now it looks like he's coming in this direction to try to find out where we are because he thinks that we're here in the neighborhood, but we're not here. So now we have to see the next location that exists in real life. We have this bank here, where the name is exactly this. I can simply search the name in real life, and there's a chance that maybe I'm going to find something. But my friend, he's out here. I don't know what he's doing here, especially because the bank is really close, and we don't need a car to come here. He said, how did you get the secret bike? I can't find it. Guys, he's talking about my bike, which is this bike on the right, but it's from a game pass. This bike is totally secret. it, and it's from a game pass that didn't even launch in the game. And now he came in here. It's really a very interesting bike, and for the first time in my life, I'm coming here to see what it's like to stay down here. It's really pretty weird, and my friend also doesn't drive very well. Now he's coming up here in the front, and suddenly he started spinning like this. But now he's speeding up a lot, and it's really different to be on this part of the bike. But now he has to come here to the bank because I want to see what the Brookhaven bank looks like in real life. And for some reason, he came right here through a really different path. But we finally arrived here, and I want to see what this bank looks like in real life. And for those who don't know, there are 13 cities in real life with this name. So the city of Brookhaven was inspired by 13 cities in real life. We have the Brookhaven bank here. So I'm arriving right here to see what this looks like in real life. But there are several trees here, so I'm coming a little more to the front, and the Brookhaven bank in real life looks like this. It's really a very beautiful bank, and you can see that it has the name Brookhaven up here. But I discovered something that I really had no idea about. Here in the front, we have this door, which is a really different store and has this name. But if I arrive exactly at this location, we have the same store here. Literally, the name of this store is very similar to the name of that store. So I probably just found the city that Brookhaven was inspired by. This city is probably the real-life version of Brookhaven. I literally had no idea. He's even staring at me here. And he said, wait, so does that mean all the Brookhaven stores exist in real life? Look, we have several stores here that have names. Some have really generic names like this. But there are restaurants that have very specific names that probably exist in real life. This is the Brookhaven restaurant. You can see that it's like this, and in real life, it's exactly like this. You can see that it really has the same name, but the restaurant is very different. And we also have these other stores here, or even the mall. I'm going to search this name to see if something appears in real life. But there's a problem. The police officer came back here and noticed that we're here. So we have to get out of here running. So much that my friend came in here, and now I'm going to get out of here before I get really arrested because he's arriving here. But I have to find a way to escape, and I also have to get revenge on a player who basically banned a friend from his house. Now I'm hiding here, and he's coming up here, and now he just flipped his car, so I'm probably safe. I'm coming back home here without problems, but he's arriving here really fast, and that's really a problem. But he hit my car, and now I'm hiding here. So much that he's going back normally, and now he's coming here to the front, and I hope he didn't see me, and he really has no idea where I went. So now I'm coming back here because there's a player I want to get revenge on in Roblox. Now I'm coming back here to the houses because I promised my friend that I would get revenge on a player, but this friend of mine left here, and apparently he said goodbye. Now he's coming here to my house. He probably never saw this house before, especially because this house is totally secret. You can see on the right that this house is actually secret because it's from a game pass that hasn't even been released yet. But my friend wants revenge for everything that this player did to him. He said, let's destroy his house with items. Okay, later we're going to do that because for now I want him to help me simply see the city of Brookhaven in real life. But he simply ignored it, and now he's coming here to the castle. Guys, it looks like I'm going to have to help him because I'm not banned from this house, and he can't get back in here, but I can simply come here, especially because I wasn't banned. But now this player came back here. Now he's laughing at us. And he said the two losers came back. So much that he came back here to his house. And on the right, I'm going to grab a giant item like this one. I'm going to start placing it in his house because I really want to destroy all of this. I'm placing this item in totally random places just to destroy everything. You can see that his castle is getting really destroyed. Perfect! I finished the job! Now my friend has to come back here because I'm sure that as soon as this player sees this, he's basically going to leave the game. So much that he just left here, and now he's looking at his house. And I'm sure he's not very happy because it's completely destroyed. But he's looking at us, and he just grabbed an axe. Guys, it's better if I get out of here because he's coming here, and he's following us with that axe. And I don't know how I'm going to test the Brookhaven locations in real life if this player is chasing us. He's really coming after us. He said, just make a disguise. Look, this idea he had is really good. So I'm coming back here to change my avatar. Now I look like this, and my friend came here too, and he looks like this. He really looks very different. So he went back there, and I'm coming here too because I doubt that the player will recognize me, especially because I look totally different. So he passed by here and didn't even notice that I'm back here. He really thinks that I went over there to the front. So now I finally turned back to normal, and my friend turned back to normal too. But for those who don't know, this Brookhaven location also exists in real life because this gas station has this name. And if I search exactly this name, you can see that in real life this location exists in several places, exactly in California. So I'm going to choose exactly this location. You can see that the gas station looks like this. This gas station really looks a lot like the Brookhaven gas station. We have the prices here, which are similar to real life. We also have the convenience store here, which also looks a bit similar. This is the Brookhaven convenience store, and this is the real life convenience store. We also have these other gas stations here. So much that if I choose this one and arrive exactly here, you can see that this one is even prettier and looks a lot like the gas station in the game. thing. Even the prices are basically the same. Surprisingly, they have the same price. Now he even came here, and he said there are no more Brookhaven locations in real life. I think it's over. Look, surprisingly, it's not over. Actually, there are more. But now on the right, I'm going to grab a different car. I grabbed this pickup truck, and my friend came here to the back. He's sitting in a really different seat, especially because he's outside the car. But now I'm arriving here in the front, and we have the Brookhaven cemetery here. You can see that it's really small, and there are 6 graves here, which is very few. But we have this cemetery in real life, and you can see that it looks like this. It's really small and looks a lot like the Brookhaven cemetery, especially because besides being small, it's very similar to the game, and it's similar even too much. But now it's my friend who's going to choose the next location we're going to visit. He's the one who will have to choose this. But it looks like he's calling me here, so this time I'm coming here behind the car. Now he's looking at all the houses and stores we have here, but I want to see what he's going to choose. But now he's arriving here in the back, and it looks like he came right to the campsite because he wants to see what this looks like in real life. We have the campsite here, and we also have the lake. I want to know which one he ended up choosing, especially because we have both things here. He said, obviously, I want to see the lake. Okay, that actually makes sense. Guys, I'm coming here to get a boat because I can really get this boat, which is the first boat ever in Brookhaven, and it's also the weirdest boat of all. And it actually works really well, but unfortunately, I can't take it out of the water. But we have this sign here saying the name of the lake, which is Lake Madison, and this lake exists in real life, and it's exactly this lake. It's near this city, which for some reason has the name of the lake. Here in the front, we have the lake, and you can see that it's huge. This is Lake Madison in real life, and you can see that it's really very big. It's really weird to think that this exists in real life, and most people didn't even know about this. He said, do you think the owner of Brookhaven added places to the game that he already visited? Look, this theory that my friend said actually makes sense, and that's probably what happened. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button and I'll add you on Roblox.